I have to eat that. I have to eat that. Hello, Flynn's family. Welcome one more time. Today we have two special guests, 2 per 1. And the most important thing I have to say right now is welcome, guys.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
It's really special for us to have the Kings today. So we have Danny and Sam. Yeah, part of the team of Smoothie Kings. You are the owners of Smoothie King Margate, right?
Yes.
So tell us, guys, a little bit of your experience, how you come into this world.
Into the Smoothie King world? Mm-hmm. So funny story. So Sam and I have been friends for almost 8 years. We got our MBA together at FIU in the Broward campus. And that was for like an MBA in entrepreneurship. So we kind of always have this idea of opening a business together. And then 2 years or so, we've been going to the Smoothie King and University in Coral Springs. And we were like, we could do this. And then that was 2 years ago. And now we've been open for 4.5 months. So it's been a pretty crazy journey.
And what's been, for you, how do you decide to enter into the Margate world? Like the part of the community? Did you guys live here before? How that started?
Yeah, so Sam lives in Coral Springs. I live in Coconut Creek. So it's funny enough, we've driven past 441 Atlantic where the store is so many times without really knowing what's going on. So I think the idea of being close to home for us, but also being in an up and coming community like Margate, there's not really a lot of like healthy options besides Chipotle and us. So the idea of being part of a healthy option for the local community is very exciting for us.
Well, you know, I'm a foreigner, so yeah, I realize America in general don't have many healthy options.
Right.
It's good. And actually, well, I come from a country that has Andes and jungle. Mm-hmm. So I'm all about fruits. I'm crazy about fruits. And I do feel sometimes that fruits even don't taste the same here. Mm-hmm. But it's good when you have a good mix. So how do you come with the recipes or the ideas, or how does that work?
Well, corporate tells us what to do, so we have to follow the ingredients to a T. But I guess what are some exciting beverages we have?
Well, I did want to speak to kind of healthier options. That's one of the reasons that we did choose Smoothie King, because there's so many other franchises that you can be a part of. But having something that's healthy was something that was important to us, something that we can promote and feel comfortable telling people to support. Not so much a fast food restaurant that's probably good for comfort food, but something that is probably good for the community and also tastes good. So I did want to mention that's some of the reasons that we were interested in Smoothie King specifically.
And there's something very important you just said. So we always have the concept of fast food as something that is like junky food, that is not healthy. But you are also kind of fast, right?
Yes.
Like in the service and the delivery of the food. But what exactly is the category that you guys are in? How you call that category?
It is still fast food, so it is still considered a QSR, which is a quick service restaurant, but it's a different option, right? So one of our slogans for Smoothie King is fast, real food. So it's fast, but it's still real food. It's real fruits in all of our smoothies. There's protein, there's vegetables, there's things to if you want to gain weight, lose weight, all different sort of smoothie options.
And I see you guys are really like doing push-ups, working out.
It's the smoothies.
Yeah, because there is something very important. There was a time many years ago where I have a personal trainer. I remember he was always telling me, doesn't matter how many hours you keep training, but if you don't eat something that is good for you, that is real, it's not going to work out at the end. So for you, how is, something we can tell the community, how important is nutrition in the value of your products?
Oh, I think it's everything. Yeah, I think it's everything. It's also very important to be informed of what you put in your body, right? Because at Smoothie King, to Sam's point, there's a variety of things, right? You could also gain a lot of weight at Smoothie King if you pick the wrong things, right? So we do have an enjoy treat menu, so like almost like a cheat day meal, like our angel food or Caribbean way, which are like, more of a sweet thing. And then we have things that are very strict, no sugars, no additives and stuff like that. So I think they say abs are created in the kitchen, right? I think it's 80% nutrition, 20% gym and being active.
Well, I'm married to an American, so there is something that just came to my mind of what you just said. It's real that here some people like the juice with sugar. Mm-hmm. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I think it was just my husband.
No, there's a lot of, and you have to be, that's why we really, especially at our location in Smoothie King Margate, we really train the staff to have a conversation with customers who walk in, what is your purpose today? Are you coming from the gym? Are you trying to bulk up, right? Because even if you kind of see something on the menu, you start adding too many things, you'll take away the purpose of that one smoothie, right? Maybe that one smoothie was intended for you to lose weight, but if you start adding peanut butter and different kind of things, then it's going to defeat the purpose.
Yeah, and also I believe that people is learning how to eat healthy, but also it's like, well, the way I see it, right? You have to be training that like as a kid. Because sometimes people think that I'm on a diet here. And it's like, I'm not on a diet. This is what regular people want to eat, you know?
This is what you should be eating. This is normal.
Yeah, exactly. This is normal. And even the salads or so, like I tell my mom, oh, we just went to Chili's. And my mom is like, what did you eat? I'm like, I eat a salad. But you know, those salads are not the best. Chili's, I love you, but let's be honest, you put sauce there. And it's important that people learn that kind of education. So when you have new customers, how is that service for you? How that thing change? Because also I feel like when it's something new for people, sometimes people could be like, curious, but at the same time afraid of what they are going to try.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so we've had some great experiences in other Smoothie Kings where we've gone, and sometimes the menu could be overwhelming at any restaurant. There's so many options. There's a little bit of insecurity that I don't want to sound stupid in what I order, so I order the easiest thing. Or I don't really kind of feel comfortable with what I'm ordering because I feel so pressured. So we've had great experiences where the person that was working at the Smoothie King walked us through the menu, asked us some questions, sometimes see us ordering the same thing and suggested something else. So it's always fun to kind of have that conversation, see what they're looking for. The easiest thing is to ask, what kind of fruits do you like, right? And then from there, there'll be a starting point of, do you like chocolate? Do you like peanut butter? Do you want something more sweet, more filling? So it's fun to kind of go through that experience. Some people just want the basic smoothie and they just want to be in and out, but some people are more willing to try new things. I think the cool thing for us having the Smoothie King now is that we're able to try all the different smoothies, whereas before we was a little bit scared and stick to the same two on the menu. But now that we're there all the time, we can kind of try a variety, see what likes, and it kind of helps us make better suggestions to people as well.
And also people, well, as you said, it's like, for me, it's like training a baby, like, okay, what fruit do you like?
Yeah.
And some people, it's like, oh my God, that they don't even know. Have you ever had that experience that sometimes some people said, I'm not sure?
Yeah. That was me. There's a smoothie that one that comes basic and you have to add your own fruits. And for the longest, I was just adding whatever came to my mind first. Not necessarily something that I wanted, but just the two fruits that come first. So if that day was strawberry banana or strawberry and blueberry, whatever came that day is what I said. So I'm guilty of it too, where I don't know what to say, so I just say the first fruits. So people come all the time, they don't know what to order.
And what's a good companion for smoothies? Let's go for the ones who prefer healthy to the ones who prefer something that's sweet or, just shit on diet.
Yeah, go for it.
No, go.
I mean, I think that the one healthy option that's also very delicious is the dark chocolate banana metabolism boost. That's my favorite. Even though I actually shouldn't be eating bananas, it's delicious and also good for you. So it's meant to boost up your metabolism, but also have a sweetness with the chocolate. So that's one of my favorite, and that is on the manage weight menu that we have. As far as a sweet one, what's a good sweet one, obviously?
I think Angel Food, which is the simplest smoothie, it's strawberry and banana with a little bit of sugar, so it does make it sweet, and it's a flavor that people are familiar with. I think when most people think of smoothie, they think of those two fruits. So that one is not only sweet, it's not too bad. You can take the sugar out if you want to, but the Angel Food, I think, would be a good kind of sweet option.
Okay, this is a thing for all the other market that is not necessarily familiar with the word smoothie. I could be included in that because I come from the world of uses. Then I met my husband. He comes from the world of milkshakes.
Right in between.
Yeah. So right in between is the world of smoothies. And what makes the difference between a juice, a smoothie, and milkshake? What's the purpose of a smoothie if we have to categorize it and divide it from these two?
That's a great question because I feel like I can kind of go all over the place. I would say I go back to kind of the history we learned more about when we got into the Smoothie King business. The purpose, because purpose is honestly a catchphrase that Smoothie King uses a lot. So the purpose behind the guy who created Smoothie King was because some of his friends were getting sick with cancer. Oh. And then he started figuring out ways to kind of get as many healthy things into a smoothie, which is ice, the juice, and all that stuff, and the medicine to kind of help them get the nutrition they need. Like, so the Hulk on our menu has butter pecan ice cream, so it tastes delicious, but it bulks you up because it's meant to have a lot of fats in it for people who are sick. So I think smoothies, unlike juices or a milkshake, right, which is like kind of juices in the morning or a milkshake just for a sweet thing, smoothies in general have a purpose. Like the goal is that you're drinking this because you're trying to achieve something in your life specifically.
And you ask the people like, what's your objective today also?
Yeah, so we asked our guests like, what's the purpose of this drink today? Are you coming from the gym? Are you going to the gym? I remember like last week a lady like she looked really tired. I'm like, it's been a long week, huh? You want some energy boost for your smoothie? She's like, oh my god, please. So like, it's fun to have those conversations because one, you get to meet your customers, right, and they become regulars because smoothies is very much a routine-based thing, right? Once you have a smoothie every day, you're like, oh yeah, let's mix it up, right? So it's very fun to kind of have that back and forth, which I think our employees like that as well.
Also, something I realized by moving here is that people is too much focused on work all the time, and they stress a lot. And seriously, I feel like everybody's 9 to 5 in their mentality. And they don't party that the rest of the continent. So yeah, seriously, we are having a lot of holidays in the other sides of the world. And it's not that good either. But I feel the way is like they live to work a lot. So what is like something that you see that people like the most? Like if you see that people is looking for more energy or is looking for more healthy stuff or is looking to, immune system.
Yeah, I would say those. I would say the ones I've seen when I'm in the store is energy, the energy boost, and the immune support. How about you?
For what?
The customers, like what the customers ask the most for, like what they need in right now.
Yeah, so one of our more popular nights is Friday night, and I think that's like kind of that sweet treat time where it's late night and you kind of want to like something more sweeter. So we do see the sweeter smoothies go faster. The ones that do have a little bit more sugar, like you mentioned, people do like a lot of sugar. So the ones that are sweeter is the ones that we see like are most popular. The other ones that have more nutrition based, more protein based, those do well as well, but definitely the ones with a lot of sugar.
Why did you decide Margate? Like why Margate?
Like Danny said, we're both close to the area, and I think we wanted something that was going to be close, that we would still be able to have an impact on the community and still be able to have a presence. There's a lot of different franchise owners that are far from their location, and you kind of lose that connection with the community and your staff. So it was important that our first location be somewhere that is accessible to us. And also, like, we didn't know too much about Margate, but the more that we've been here, we've been very impressed with Margate, the city itself. So many activities. We had the fall festival in the city a couple nights ago, and the engagement, the amount of people that come out, you guys engaging us as well, the fellow 100%. Business owners. Like, it's just been so much engagement. I think for such a small city, it's a very powerful connection here.
Yeah, I feel like here, well, I'm not from here. I'm from actually Coral Springs right now. But I feel that here people is really welcome to actually receive new activities, new stores, new restaurants, and actually keep trying.
Yes.
So that's something that it actually caught my attention a lot in Florida, especially after pandemic. In other sides of the world, I feel like people were actually closing, and no, there's now more opportunities actually because people need to recreate their own lives.
Yes, I mean, since we've been open, we had the July 4th parade with the city, the fireworks that evening, the National Night Out, the Fall Festival, the Sounds of Music on the weekend. There's been so much activity in Margate. I'm also in Coral Springs, and although they have their activities as well, there's a lot of people coming from other cities coming into Margate to kind of celebrate with what's going on as well. So it's been really nice to see.
And what was your personal motivation to open a business?
Go for it.
I mean, I think it's the idea of always wanting to achieve more, right? I think there's the idea of having a 9 to 5, but I think if your aspiration anyway, like the American dream, quote unquote, I think that a 9 to 5 isn't going to get you to where you want to achieve, right? So I think the idea of wanting more for yourself, wanting more for your family, being able to do it with a friend, and then also giving back to a community in need, it kind of just checked so many boxes that this was like a no-brainer, right? Again, Smoothies was the first vehicle. It might have been something else, but it was exciting to join a business that was also kind of complementary to the life we live, right? We go to the gym 3-4 times a week. We have smoothies. Like, all these things just kind of made sense that it was kind of a no-brainer.
And for you?
Yeah, same. I think the story that Danny said is true. Like being a Smoothie King and being regular customers, I think it helps that if no one else ever goes to our store, that we'll be customers of Smoothie King. So having something that we ourselves and our families are comfortable having and that we consistently have, it kind of felt better than promoting something that we don't like. Hey, that's what makes me money, but I don't really partake in that. So it's cool to have something that we're passionate about and is able to kind of provide for us.
Are you both parents?
Yes.
So how is it also for you to try it with kids? And what can you recommend for families that, again, they don't raise their kids in the best way with all this kind of junky food, but that they want the kid to learn to eat healthier?
Go for it.
Yeah, I think one of the exciting things about this journey is, again, going to Smoothie King a lot. I used to take my daughter as well, so she got in the habit of getting smoothies. The good thing is that there are some smoothies that are on the sweeter side through natural juices and flavors. So it is an easy transition where the kid is still having something that's sweet, but also something that's nutritious, right? The texture is kind of similar to a slushie. So kids are used to having slushie or some of those sorts of beverages. So it's equally sweet and they're comfortable having something that's sweet, and then transition them into something that may be a little bit more veggie focused. For example, we've now transitioned with my daughter to one that has vegan mango kale. So it has mangoes and kale, but it tastes sweet. So it tastes really refreshing, but she's also getting kind of the carrots and other flavors as well. There's a little bit of spinach in there. So it's a great way to kind of sneak in fruits and veggies into something that's sweet, and they don't even notice that there's vegetables in there.
And what's the challenge that you also see in the market with all these people that still cannot process veggies, for saying in a simple way? Because this is an anecdote that I know I have told maybe in my other podcast before, but I come to this country since 1998 for my vacations to go to Disney, always with my family to Orlando. And Orlando is that place where you can see that all the people is like eating Disney pancakes, towers of pancakes.
The world's biggest McDonald's is there.
Yeah, the biggest McDonald's in the world is right there. And I remember, of course, as a kid, sometimes you say, "Oh, Mom, I want that," And Mama said, "We are not American. You're not having that." and when after a few days of trying to convince her with my father, she said, "Okay, you can have one," But at the same time, I feel it's kind of good, that regulation.
Yeah.
So what's the challenge for you guys when sometimes you feel that community, or not all community, but some part of them are still in that mood that they don't try to be healthier? Because at the end of the day, for me, food is something you put in your mouth, and not just because it tastes good. It's also that it's going to help you to keep living a good life.
Yeah, I think that we find that kind of exciting for us, right? Because I think it's about education, right? It's about going to the community. That's why we wanted our first store to be like something we're close to, because we sample a lot. Like, if people watching, you've probably seen us somewhere in Coral Springs or Margate sampling. So we kind of like to give people a taste, so they can see what they're missing. And then once they come to the store, we can educate them on the rest of the menu. So we kind of find it as a fun challenge, because a lot of people, don't want to try a smoothie for a healthy option. They're like, "Hey, I just want a sweet drink," right? But I think it's exciting to kind of give them a taste, and then once they come in, give them the rest of it.
And exactly in which part of Margate are you located?
So we're on 441 in West Atlantic. So we're right across the street from the Lakewood Plaza where Walmart is. And if you know Toasted Cafe, we're right a couple doors down from Toasted Cafe.
Toasted Cafe. Okay, you have to locate me better.
So you're better with directions.
There's Pollo Tropical, McDonald's, so right here on Atlantic and 441.
Oh, okay, nice. Yeah, I'm still very bad. I need GPS all the time, but I will get there.
We're 6 minutes from here.
Okay, great. 6 minutes from Flynn's studio. Remember, we're here at Margate, Florida, and you can also book here. It's time for a cafecito, or for a whiskey, or for a smoothie
break.
If you want, or some wine, or more smoothies. Okay, so guys, we'll be back in 1 minute just after these commercials.
Você tem
Okay, guys, welcome. Hope you're enjoying your smoothies. And here we are again with Danny and Sam. So, guys, we were talking a little bit about how you entered to this market and how community has received you. So, what other activities have you been doing so the people gets to know you?
Yeah, we've done, we are very involved with back to school. So a lot of the back to school orientations, we partnered with some of the schools and gave out free smoothies. Like I mentioned, National Night Out and some of the activities that are going out around through Margate. We're a proud sponsor of West Broward Academy, Margate Middle School basketball team, as well as the Raptor soccer team as well, and a flag football team. So we are trying to integrate ourselves to really make the community feel like we're supporting them. The free smoothie is not just for marketing, but also, like Danny mentioned, so people taste it, right? I think there's a bad stigma around what a smoothie is, and they always think of healthy, and it's not just a healthy vegetable drink. It's also like really sweet, and kind of letting people know that this is available at a price point that they can afford, right? If I have $10 to spend, do I want to spend it at McDonald's, or do I want to spend it at something that may be a little bit just as good, but a little bit nutritious? So going to the different events has allowed us to have access to more people. We did a run club yesterday. We're at the gym, so like Danny mentioned, we're all over the community, right?
Yeah.
It's not likely that you haven't seen us, and us doing this as well and finding opportunities to partner. It's always something that we want to be doing.
This is very interesting that the community is also every time getting more opportunities to be open and try something new. And let me tell you something. If I look this young, it's because I have all my fruits and vegetables since I was a little girl. It's true. People a lot confuse me here like an 18-year-old. They still ask me for my ID for drinks.
That's a compliment.
Yeah.
That's a compliment.
Actually, yeah, go for it. Thank you. I am doubling this age, but yeah, I'm still there. So, guys, and also for this is for the entrepreneurs. What is the most important thing for you that you have learned through this path of opening a business?
I would kind of piggyback of what Sam said earlier. I think the idea of like doing something, especially for an entrepreneur, like maybe not your 9 to 5, because sometimes we all need a 9 to 5 to survive and thrive and take care of our families. But I think for the entrepreneurial, make sure you go do something that you genuinely love, right? And you may not love all aspects of it, right? Like I don't love running to get extra strawberries, right? Like that's not fun. But I do love the idea of making a healthy product for a community to enjoy, right? So I would say focus on the idea of like, if you're gonna go do something on your own or with a business partner, it needs to be something at some core of it you love. Because if not, then it becomes another job. And then you're like, why am I doing this and taking time away from my family to do something else that I don't really care for?
Yeah, and if have you ever had this thing that you maybe felt scary in some point of this way? Because I think that I started my own company when I was 25, and seriously I had really scary moments. Like I don't think I'm going to be able to do it. You know, it happened to you ever?
100%. I think Sam could testify for me, and I'm sure Sam went through some version of it. I told Sam when we opened, I had like the highest case of imposter syndrome. You know that phrase?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so like it's weird, but then you realize, again, we're 4 months into it, that you're starting to do something you've never done before. So if you didn't feel nervous, then you're not a real human being, right? Like, I think this is a normal human experience, but I think all entrepreneurs also have a level of confidence, hence you got into the space. So now you're being faced with like, whoa, why do I feel terrified? And it's like, oh, wait, it's because I've never done this before and it's okay. I think it's a weird thing, and I think it's good to have good friends and be open with yourself, because otherwise, yeah, most people may quit after a couple weeks or something or months because why do I feel so terrified? So yeah, I definitely felt that.
And what about you? Have you ever had that experience? Did you ever feel that?
I think I was more scared. As I mentioned, I'm a father. I think that was more scary than this. I think, like Danny mentioned, if you have a passion for it, it feels more natural. Like with anything, you may feel a little bit nervous at times, but like he said, that feels natural. So more so that if it's within your purpose, you feel more passionate towards figuring out the stuff that are unknown. You kind of work through it and understand that this is something that you may not know, but you soon will find out. But once that commitment is made and you kind of are passionate about it and you know that this is for you, I don't see that failure is is actually a failure, right? If the business fails, that doesn't mean that like we're failures as people. That just means this venture didn't work out, but we're still going to go after the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. So knowing that the worst thing that could happen is not this business failing, I think that kind of gives me a little bit of comfort as well.
And also, I feel sometimes people expect too much, and then it's like, oh no, there's no results immediately, especially these new generations with all these social media and things that are just thinking that one click will solve their lives. It's always a path, maybe a little down, maybe a little up, and it's a wave that you always have to be surfing. And that's it's very good, guys, that you recognize that. I like that, because I also met some people that said, no, everything's perfect.
No. I think I think it's. I think you realize, and Sam told me this, that there. Again, we're exposed to a lot of people at Smoothie King in different spaces because of this new thing we're doing. But there's also people less qualified than you that are very successful in life. And I think once you're exposed to more people and you network, you realize that, oh, wait, I can do this, right? Like we had that epiphany at Smoothie King, like we could do this, right? And then you go meet more people who are like have 15 stores and you're like, I'm smarter than them, like then I can do this, right? So I think it's a good thing to get expose yourself. And yes, if you fail, it's fine, but that you pick up so many little habits that the next venture may not fail. So I think it's just being more exposed to people, which is why like when we do certain school events, it's cool when they ask us to speak to the youth, because that's a cool way for us to kind of plant those little seeds of knowledge early on.
And also, opening in general in US, I realize is such a challenge, in the sense that here for everything is insurance, and now that I'm working in insurance, I'm like, when I'm working I think I'm working for the devil. Because, and seriously, I part of my jobs are I think it's residential and locations and stuff, and it's a lot of bureaucracy, right?
Yes.
So also that part is part of the process. That's how I see it. But for example, I talk to these guys and now are I can't say much, but they are doing something also interesting, or other people that I have worked with that they are opening business. And what can you tell to the people not to feel afraid of the bureaucracy that involves?
Yeah, I would say that, and we're not getting paid at all by the city, but Margate has been really good and very helpful.
100%.
I think we reached out to them very early on before we even had our lease sign out and say, hey, we're coming to the community. This is what our vision is. And they've been engaged ever since. And then once we got to the point of we're needing permits, we were able to communicate with the city development officer as well. So establishing those connections early, letting the city know that you're here and what your vision is. They receive applications all the time from different business owners, some more engaged than others. So if they see that you're passionate and you really want to do something and help their community grow, they're usually pretty receptive of that. It wasn't perfect, but I would say that they helped kind of get things through really quickly. If you can apply for a passport or to get a driver's license and go through that bureaucracy and Danny standing in line and however that experience is, you can go through that same process and go through the steps and open a business.
Trust me, I have to do it there to move here and here to move here. So, yeah. It happens, but it's possible, guys. It's possible.
Yeah, I think there's a moment in everyone's life where you realize that like this, whoever, the millionaire you see on TV or Instagram, they're also a human being. And I think once you realize that they also did these things, if it's possible for them, it's possible for you. Like if you have the idea of doing it, someone else did it. So they'll figure it out. Like you'll figure it out. Like either you're going to email a bunch of people and someone's going to respond and say, hey, call me at this time, I'll help you. So just ask for help. I think that's the biggest thing.
And I don't want to get too psychological, but I also feel it's true that you can, because you are disciplined, and I can notice, guys, you are disciplined, that because you mix that with healthy food, it actually helps your mind, it helps your brain, it helps your heart. So all those things are actually aligned to pursue the dream. It's not that I'm trying to sell the product. It's just that I'm very, very, very honest.
You can sell the product, that's fine.
I'm very honest about this. When you eat healthy products and you pursue a good diet and you pursue a good exercise training, I'm not saying go run 5 kilometers every day, but if you keep doing that and you maintain discipline on that, actually you will see also a path between that people who are doing that daily in life, who are actually getting some, that can achieve their goals, and people who is just lazy, couch potatoes, under their bed, complaining all day. It's actually a path in life. So I do believe that Smoothie King, besides all the good things about the fruits and veggies that you can bring to the community, it's also that spirit after talking to you.
Yeah, for sure. One of the things I would say through our experience in being in this store and seeing other stores is that the customer that's going to Smoothie King for the most part is very happy. It is something that tastes good, so you feel good, and then you don't feel so bad afterwards. You don't feel like you had something heavy and sluggish. So our customer demographic is a illustration of how we are, right? Mm-hmm. We're healthy, we're happy. We don't have any customers that go in, they're angry, or some other fast food restaurants that you may get in, and it's an altercation as soon as you walk in. People walk in, they're happy, and they come in happy and they leave happy because it's a happy product that you can feel good about.
That's a great point.
Yeah. And for example, in the menu, if you can recommend for people who actually try to be healthy or being in a healthier state, which are good veggies that you can start with? Let's not talk about fruits, let's talk about veggies.
Yeah, go for it.
So one of our most popular proteins or effective proteins would be the Gladiator protein, which has 45 grams of protein in it. The taste itself is more of a vanilla taste. So if you're fine with vanilla, it doesn't taste as chalky. I know sometimes people don't like protein powders because it's thick and you don't like that taste. But that has 45 grams of protein, which the average protein powder does not have that much. So in one smoothie, mixing with whatever fruits that you want to add as the kind of the additional layers, like you mentioned, you have 45 grams of protein. So what if you do nothing else that day, at least you walked away with that amount of protein. And that's for any size, right? So you don't have to get the biggest size to have that amount of protein. You can have it in the first thing in the morning and know that you've already knocked out your goals for the entire day.
Oh, there's something very important that I didn't mention before. How is the size thing work in the world of smoothies?
So we have 3 sizes. Well, actually, tell you have 4. Because you do have a kid size, which is a 12 ounce. We have a 20 ounce. This is a 32, and then we have a 44. And the cool thing about Smoothie King on Fridays, we give everyone who orders a 20 ounce a 32 ounce for free.
Oh,
so you can get this for the size of a 20 ounce.
Oh, that's amazing. Well, I'm more a kid size for everything here. my husband is 5'2", I think. No, I'm 5'2". He's 6'2". Yeah, sorry, this is not my measuring system. Yeah, 5'2". And so every time we have that thing, if we want to share something, I'm like, I need something small. He needs something big.
Yeah, we have options for everybody. But the cool thing also, we haven't mentioned this earlier, we just launched food as well. So we've always had acai bowls. So if you don't want a smoothie, you can get an acai bowl and all the fruits of that one. But we just launched Power Toast. So we have an avocado toast, a Nutella toast, and a peanut butter toast. So really, again, a better option for people who, again, to Sam's point, if you have $10, $12, you can go to Chipotle or McDonald's, or you can come have a healthy option, but also not be hungry an hour or 2 hours later. I think in the past, the issue with people being hesitant about Smoothie King is that you still may leave hungry, whereas now if you have a toast and a smoothie, you should be fulfilled for at least 4 or 5 hours.
That's very interesting, especially because I feel that people sometimes are asking for more and more food. So the fact also what fulfill means today, like it's not just a thing of, hey, I'm full. It's more like
what's in you.
Yeah, what's in you, and you have energy to keep doing stuff.
Correct.
So that's something very important. If you can explain also that what people will feel for the next 4 or 5 hours, let's say more energy, more or it's going to be more relief, to food.
Yeah, a lot of our smoothies are meal replacement smoothies as well. So you can have that smoothie in the morning and that can sustain you until lunch or even post-lunch. They're heavy in nutrients, vegetables, they have protein, they're stevia, so it's not as much sugar as well, and that peanut butter to kind of hold you over. So there is options where you can have that one meal or that one smoothie and then hold you for hours. I think nutrition and fueling your body is important. So rather than kind of getting energy through caffeine, it's good to actually have good kind of natural things in you to kind of keep you going. With caffeine, you're going to have that crash. Or if you have something that's more nutritious and fuels you a little bit better, you'll have better energy for longer.
I love the word you just mentioned, stevia. Just for you guys to know, don't compare stevia to other sugar products or sugar sugar-alike products, because it comes from a plant and it's healthier. Trust me, I'm also from the Andes. I know. Yeah, I have seen stevia as a plant, especially when I went to Titicaca Lake and all that region. people sell it as a plant, and you can put it as a plant on your tea and stuff. So you know,
Because that's the region it comes from, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's really, really actually healthy. I know my family, my in-laws and all my family from my husband's side says don't drink Diet Coke. I know I'm trying too quick to that. But besides that, I seriously don't have sugar since I'm 12. Like never put sugar in anything. Try to avoid the Splenda. I just have stevia and it's good. I must say all my results in blood tests and everything always comes clean.
Amazing.
Because it's just trying to feed with something that is healthy, natural, organic, that comes direct from plants.
Yeah, we do promote for GLP-1, anyone who's on Ozempic or other GLP-1 medications. We do have no sugar options as well that are specifically tailored for people on those medications. There are a lot of smoothie options that actually say no added sugar, right? So the only sugars that's going to be in there are the natural sugars from the fruits. So for people who, I'm sensitive to sugars as well, some of the smoothies that have a lot of sugar content, I'll get headaches from it. So I try to stay away from those so I can still get my sugar fix, but no added sugars from other sugar products that we have.
Oh, and I forgot to say also, I have hypothyroidism now since I was 24. So by genetics, for my mom and my grandma. So my system's supposed to be my metabolism very slow. And even with that, just the fact of having a healthier diet, just because it's part of my daily routine, is what keeps me healthy. It doesn't matter what, because sometimes people, well, in my case, I have heard this a lot, like, oh yes, it's because of hypothyroidism, and yeah, and then I say, but look at me, I'm like, every time I go to the doctor, I'm healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so people shouldn't blame just let's be honest, now that we are adults here. People shouldn't be complaining so much about just the pills or things that come into your body as, for example, something that is genetic illness that you may have. It's also how you decide to live your life, right?
Yeah, we all have choices every day.
Exactly. Well, guys, it's been a pleasure. Can you please tell us a little bit more about where can we find you in social media? Again, your address, and invite the people to visit you.
Yeah, so social media, you can find us on Instagram at Smoothie King Margate. You can email us at ops@smoothiekingmargate.com. So if you're interested in a job, if you want us to come to your school to speak or do a catering event, happy to partner with. And we're at 441 in Atlantic in Margate. So stop by. Anything else there?
Yeah, for sure. Reach out to us on social media if you're seeing this and want to connect. We're always happy to talk to different people, and we'd love to connect with everyone.
One last word, please, for the community, for the entrepreneur. You say the word.
Entrepreneurs. Yeah, I would say a couple last words from me, and then Sam, please jump in. I would just say, again, find your passion. Do not chase something because, to your comment, because you see someone on Instagram doing it and you assume it's going to work out for you. It may not. Chase something that you love and then figure out if you can make money from it. But if you don't love it, I would say run away from it.
Yeah, and the biggest thing is that it's not passive. Like there's very few passive opportunities where you're just going to put money into something, walk away, and it's going to produce money. That's not realistic, although that may be on social media. So whatever it is that you're going to do, like be ready to invest your time, energy, and passion into it, like Danny mentioned. So it's not going to be something that you do for a couple weeks and then you become rich. It is going to take some blood, sweat, and it may not even ever turn out to be anything, but it is going to be something that you're going to have to actually put your roll up your sleeves and get involved with.
Yeah, I would say we're all. I mean, we're adults here, but we're still kind of young, all of us. I would say, but I've had some business moments where I have had other opportunities, and it felt very easy. And then you find out later on why it was easy, because it was never going to work out, right? So if something feels very easy, run away from it, because nothing in life that's worth chasing is going to be easy.
Totally. Well, guys, thank you so much. Thank you, guys. Also, remember, we're here at Flynn's studio, and this podcast is for you and for all the content creators. This time we had the great guys from Smoothie King. As you can see, this space is all for you. So thank you so much. Have a great day.
Thank you so much.